Welcome to Mythtastic. In today's video, we'll be reviewing Loki episode 1 and 2. Before we start, leave a like and hit the subscribe button to see videos reviewing new films or TV series that come out. We'll give our personal ratings on the first couple episodes at the end of the video, so stick around for that. There will be spoilers ahead, so you've been warned. Unlike Wandavision and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki is already a well-explored and loved character, so the show doesn't have to spend much time trying to make viewers fall in love with characters. Loki's lovable, egotistical charm and mischievous behavior make for many lighthearted and entertaining moments in the series so far. The first episode has a lot of exposition in it to explain what the Time Variance Authority, or TVA for short, is, and how they are vital to keeping everyone and everything in the flow of one ultimate timeline. The first episode could have been better, with a cut amount of time on the exposition and a bit more time spent on moving the plot forward, but there is a lot of teasing for future MCU movies when they explain the multiverse. They even possibly hinted at an Avengers Secret War movie, so they at least managed to excite fans about the future of the MCU through all the exposition. The TVA headquarters has a very unique look to it and is fitting to what an organization who keeps the order of time should look like. The weapons that TVA agents have, like ones to take people out of existence, loop people back to a certain place, and time reset charges to fix the timelines, is what you would imagine an almost time police-like organization to have, and is a cool way to establish their capabilities. The best part of the first episode is when Loki is questioned about who he truly is as a person by Mobius, and he is shown how Thanos kills him. His reaction to seeing himself set up his mother's death puts him in a state of sorrow and disbelief, until he sees Odin acknowledge him as son before his dad dies, and he and Thor fight side by side together in Thor Ragnarok, which makes him happy. But that's only for a brief moment, since he finally reaches the end of the film he's watching and sees Thanos kill him, which makes him despair from the glorious purpose he tried so hard to chase and create for himself, just to see it crumble in his face. This scene is done really well, having viewers see the emotional roller coaster that Loki experiences when seeing how his life plays out, leaving an emotionally impactful effect on the character. Tom Hiddleston does some really good acting to sell you on the character's emotional reactions and really makes the scene come to life. After Mobius finds Loki, he answers Mobius's question on if he enjoys hurting people and says that he doesn't enjoy it, but he has to do it in order to make people fear him and make himself feel like he's in control. The moment shows vulnerability and self-realization from Loki, which is nice to see from his character since he always has a mischievous and egotistical view on things. The show will most likely develop more onto this side of him as the show goes on, which will be interesting to see play out. Overall, the first episode was pretty good, even with all the exposition, and is close to the best first episode of the MCU shows so far. Episode 2 of Loki is where more of the action starts to show up. It opens up as Loki is going over his training as a TVA agent with Miss Minutes hologram. The Miss Minutes hologram is a cartoonish mascot of the TVA that is kind of similar to an Uncle Sam-like propaganda, which does a really good job of giving the TVA a suspicious and devious feeling. Loki's training is cut short when he's called on his first mission with Mobius to a crime scene caused by the time variant they're chasing, which is another version of Loki. The whole episode is basically Loki and Mobius trying to track down the other version of Loki, and has a rookie cop partnered with a veteran cop type of format, similar to Agent K and Agent J's relationship in the first Men in Black movie. Mobius and Loki's partnership is really good since the pair are able to create funny moments throughout the episode without anything ever feeling forced. The scene where Mobius and Loki are sitting and discussing whether or not the Timekeepers created everyone from the TVA and why Mobius reads about jet skis feels like two friends or co-workers just sitting and having a conversation. It makes viewers care about the two characters more when they share meaningful moments on screen. Hopefully at the end of the series, Mobius will be able to ride a jet ski as a sort of payoff for his character and the show. The second episode has characters time travel to lots of different places, which keeps things interesting. And based off the cliffhanger at the end of the second episode and the trailers for the series, it seems characters will be visiting lots of different places in the MCU, which will be exciting to see how time has altered some of these places that fans are familiar with. The best scene of the show was probably when Loki and Mobius went to Pompeii before the famous volcano eruption in order to test Loki's theory about time variants being able to hide in apocalyptic events. Not only is it cool to see the volcano erupt and see Marvel characters in a historic event in human history, but Loki excitedly messing with the citizens of Pompeii to test his theory was a funny moment to see play out. The big reveal of the other Loki being the Lady Loki version of the character isn't that surprising since there was a lot of speculation and leaks pointing to this. But the cliffhanger of a multiverse outbreak that Lady Loki created definitely makes the excitement to see the next episode that much better. Out of all the Marvel series, Loki definitely has the potential to be the best one, and the show is just starting to scratch the surface of what will play out. We rate the first episode of Loki an 8 out of 10 and the second episode an 8.5 out of 10. We'll review the series as a whole once all episodes are aired, so be sure to look out for that. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to our channel and click the bell to get notifications every time we upload. If you have any video ideas you would like to see, leave them in the comments below and your idea might be our next video.